Hello, welcome back to Tammy's Antique Vintage Dolls and More. And tonight I have this little gal here. This is a 1960 Vogue doll by Eloise Wilkins. She was the artist of the baby deer. And this here is the 18-inch version. There are smaller versions of her as well. I think she goes down to a 12-inch. Maybe there were others in between. I just know about myself, the 12 and 18. Now, there was one other bigger size, I think, and I don't want to say for sure, but I thought there was a 20-inch one, but I could be wrong. So we'll just stick with the 18. I just thought there was, I thought maybe there was, but I think there was the 18 and the 12-inch that I know of. And anyhow, this is her here, and this was a doll that I wanted when I was a little girl, and I got close to it. My aunt gave me a doll that was in a similar idea of hers. It was a knockoff Canadian version, I think, of her. And so anyways, I played with her dearly, and but this here is the real McCoy. She is marked on the back of her leg and on her neck with a tag. Now, right around the same time period, we're going to take her down, and I'll be adjusting the camera because I'm by myself with this. So we're going to take her down, and now what we're going to do is we're going to show what came out a year later, or within a year or so. Out came some other baby deer dolls. This here is my made-up Bobby, and you'll understand in a minute what I mean. And this is the girl baby deer. Now, let me talk about them and how I got them and everything. They both were bought off of eBay. I got them for very, very small. Let's see what you're seeing. Oh, you can see them good. These two here I got from off of eBay. Now, the little girl in the red hair, I got her second. The little boy-looking one, I got him first. All I got was the head, arms, and legs. I bought the body off of a site called Dolls by Sandy, and I was able to get the body for him. Now, the problem is I did not put his body on correctly, because when I was getting back into dolls, I knew about these two. I never owned them in the first time when I was collecting dolls back when I was a young girl, a young lady there. I wanted them, I knew about them, but I could never afford to buy them. And they're still quite a pricey doll. So I thought, how am I going to do this? Because I'm on a tight doll budget. So I saved up, and below, when I was watching, I couldn't believe it when they came on site. When I saw the head, arms, and legs, I thought, my goodness, I can do something with this. I can get a body and make this doll whole again. So when I got the body and everything, I made it the little girl. What I did was put a spout on the top of the head, and it made it into a little girl. But what happened was I saw the second one, and both of them were bald-headed. They had no hair in their head at all. I think they might have like a little tuft or whatever left, but there was hardly anything left of their heads. And this is back before I even was taking pictures of before and after. I wasn't even thinking about that at the time. I was really in the fine beginnings of reestablishing my doll collection again. So anyways, I bought wigs for them. Now the little red-headed one, the wig is just not popping on her anymore. It suited at the time. So I'm going to be looking, like, it doesn't cover her head in the way that it should. It is the right size. It's a size 16, 17, but it's just not meant for her head. Another head maybe, but not that shape head. So I'm going to be looking at getting her another wig. Not today, but down the road. I am looking at it. Or I am thinking of rerouting her, which would be a great winter project coming up. But I've got to finish Let's Restore It All Together. I want to get her done. I am committed to seeing her done. So anyways, let's get back to these. These two are called Baby Deer Turns 1. There's Baby Deer Turns 1, the little girl, and then there's the other one named Bobby. Now, I made the, even though this one here was, oops, I don't knock this down. This was my first one, and I made it into a girl. I returned it into a boy, and of course I have my girl now. So I have the girl and the boy. So anyways, I've changed her, got her into her fall outfit. Now, what are some of the things that I did to them? Well, one thing I did is I put in an armature. Now, these are called like a flop doll, so they can flop around. That's what their arms would do. But I put an armature in so that we could get expression from them. They can hold things, put their hands out, almost up to their face and everything. They can play peekaboo, you know, and now you got expression. It's also in their legs. Their legs can be kicked up and be held, and back down it goes. Another thing that I did is like what they do with the reborn dolls. They put magnets in their mouths so that they can have a magnetic pacifier. So while their heads were off, I put in magnets into them, and they both can have a soother as well. You don't have to do that. These dolls did not come like that in their day, but you can add some little additives, as well as they do have magnetic. This one did because this boy was a girl at one time, so I got magnets to put magnetic bows, and she also has magnets up there to put magnetic bows if I decide to do that. A lot of my bows and everything are either going around her head, which I don't put too many because of this wig, or they clip in. So I've been able to get away from not using the magnet so much. But there are magnets up in her head for that reason. So if you're thinking ahead and you have a doll that is in in a different state where it's not attached to the body, take advantage of that time to do the things that you would like to do, like putting an armature in if you want to. The armatures can always come back out if you want to do a resale and the person doesn't like it. Zip up the arms and away it goes. You know, they had sewing in here. You will have to open up the arms. In the old bodies you will. This one has its original body. This one here, I just opened up the arms and fed the armature through and through. In her, she had seams going across. I just opened up the seams in that way, just a little bit, just like a hole, just enough to put the armature down inside. And I didn't open it completely, just where just enough to put the armature in. So anyways, those are pre-thoughts that you want to go into if you want to do what I've done. And that's, by all means, I don't own the idea, so go for it if you want to. It's your doll again. You can do as you feel, what you like. But again, like I said, maybe the person will like to have the armature in, and others would say, please return it to its original state. But because these dolls were in such disrepair and they needed to be put back together properly, I was able to get away with it. So again, your call on your doll. Now we're going to take her down, because what we're going to do now is we're going to put her down and we're going to dress this little man. And we'll take his magnet off of him. And we're going to put on some nice winter, well, fall clothes we'll call it, because we're going to do some winter clothes later on this guy. Now I was trying some of these outfits out. I had some of these. Let me see what you're saying. I had this on him, but I just didn't like the shape of his body in it. Some dolls, oh, you can't see a thing. Some dolls can wear things a little bit better than others. It just depends on what's going on. So let's just be a little gentle here. Now, we're going to dress him. So you got to go to what the style for the doll is. And I wasn't liking those one-piece jumpsuits on him very well. So I thought, no, this just isn't speaking to me. I'm going to do something different. So anyways, we're going to dress him here. I'll set him up and fix the camera for you in a minute once I'm done here. I went out today and had a nice meal with my kids. Took me out and they treated Mom to a nice meal at a sushi place. Now I'm not big on sushi or anything of that sort, but they had some other wonderful food there that I was able to enjoy. And we had a great time just being together. And today is the 1 month that my husband has passed away. And I can't believe I'm saying a month, but it has been a month now. So for his 1 month anniversary, we went out, and what we did was we talked about his life and what their father meant to them and everything else, and just wonderful things about him. And we talked about other things, of course, just as well. But it was nice that we could sit and just talk and reminisce a bit, and we needed that today. It brought a lot of, some closure and whatnot too for us, to move on. And as hard as it is to move on, we have to, and that's what we're trying to do. But it was nice to get out and enjoy a different culture of food. I enjoyed it today, and it was very good. So anyways, I'm coming back now. My day is settling down, and we have to undo these side buttons. We're not going to get these pants up for this big chubby boy. And there we go. I know there's buttons on the other side, but I'm going to see if I can get away without, yeah, there we go. Not having to, oh yeah, see, he's an overall boy. A little bit of a cuff. Boys can wear cuffs. And like we say, they'll grow into them. Right, not dolls, right? But anyways, there we go. And oh my goodness, look at that. Now we're going, oh, we got to do up his side buttons. I forgot about them. There we go. So we can get this done up here. Oh my goodness, and we're going to lay him back down just for a second again. Now I had some socks up here. I thought I did anyways. You know how you get stuff up? as fast as it's up, it falls down. It's like his hat has already fallen. Where is, well, there goes some more stuff down. Well, I can always grab another pair. And goes the hanger too. So we'll just grab some more socks here. And we'll put some socks on those little tootsies, and there we go. Let's see, getting those on right, across the toes properly. Now his feet are and his hands are very undersized for his body. You can see that he's got these tiny little feet that really, for a doll that wears a 6-month outfit, his feet are just not the size that they should be. Then we're going to put a nice little pair of shoes, a little booty shoes, like they're like a boot shoe almost. I've got a nice little supply of little boy shoes. So you can get away with putting a little bit bigger of a shoe on him if you can get it to stay on. These are not too much bigger for his foot, but you can't. I could go even a little titch bigger than this, and they would look wonderful on him. There we go. Now let's get. Now he has a dog on him, so I have here a nice little dog. You know, he wore this before. I've had a video with him wearing this, and so see, this is what you can do. He can wear that just beautifully. Now we can put a nice little bonnet with it. And now he's ready for the fall. He's got his little dress-up hat on. He's got his little puppy. And he is happier than anything. And we're going to get his sister up there with him. And there she is. And oh my goodness, they're looking just great together. Let's see if we can get something for her to hug on to. Here you go. We'll give you a nice little owl. Here, you can hold on to the owl. There we go. So they have their little toys. And let's see what you're seeing. Ooh, you're not seeing too much what I'm seeing. There we go. Maybe I can zoom out a little bit so you can see this a lot better. There they are. Just looking wonderful. And now they're ready. They're nice and looking, they got that nice warm look to them now. And they're ready for the fall. Like the leaves are falling as they are. And they're nice and got their nice warm clothing on now. I have many more to dress up as time goes on here. I'll be doing a few more. But I want to get back to Let's Restore a Doll. We're ready to start. I'm going to sew up an outfit for her first body. And then I'm going to show you how I did it. And I'll make 2 up. It doesn't matter if I have 2, because I'm more than sure another doll will show up. So I hope you enjoyed this. And yeah, enjoy seeing these 2 and a little bit of their history and what they're about. And if you ever can get your hands on, always watch, because you know what? There are people out there that put these dolls up for sale, and so I have seen some every now and again go for not too bad of a price, and it's just because they are maybe not aware of the value of the doll. If so, snitch them up as quick as you can, or snatch them up, I should say, not snitch, snatch them up, and away you go. And they make a nice show doll. Again, I always love my big babies. I'm about the big baby dolls. I do love the smaller dolls too. I am getting more into those just as well. But I do love my big babies. So I hope you enjoy this and you have a great night, great day tomorrow when you wake up and you see this here. So we'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.